Yo, wake up, sucker. Wake up. Wake up, dude. Yo, it ain't no magic, man. It ain't no magic. Paulie Malignaggi, Paulie the Magic Man Malignaggi versus Danny the Swift Garcia. Yeah, I think I said it right the first time. Paulie Malignaggi. Because the magic is gone, man. The whole up jab and the herky jerky and the foot movement and stuff like that is gone, dude. And that's what you're gonna see. That's what you're gonna see is gone. We didn't see it versus Sean Porter, did we? Where's the foot movement, the ring generalship, the ring IQ, and stuff like that? Sean Porter, a man who can't box, blasted through Paulie Malignaggi. He blasted through Paulie, right? Okay. So all the stuff you've been hearing about Paulie with Memo Heredia, he can get with Memo all he want. It's not gonna help him out any. I mean, geez Louise, man, this is Paulie's 40th fight in his career. The man's 34 years old, and he's only got 7 knockouts. 7 knockouts, man. 7 knockouts. I don't even think usually on BoxRec they have like the knockout ratio. BoxRec is didn't even bother putting up the knockout ratio. Hell, they didn't even bother to rank Paulie Malignaggi. He's not ranked. Usually the BoxRec usually like sneaks a guy in there, especially like a well-known guy, and they rank him. A week or two before the fight. They didn't even do it, man. They didn't even do it this time out. So they got him out as inactive. They don't even have him ranked. And this man has been knocked out 3 times in his career. Now, whether knocked out cold, TKO, whatever, it still counts as a knockout. Technical knockout. You want to get technical, it's a knockout. All right. Now, not only that, he hasn't fought in over what, almost 16 months, 17 months. I'm looking at BoxRec right now. His last good win was Zab Judah. That was almost 2 years ago. Now, I know what a lot of people are saying, and this is what you're probably thinking. You're probably thinking, oh, this is Danny Garcia. He has trouble with guys that can move and guys that can box and whatnot. And that might be true. But he still won, right? Even though he looked kind of bad, he still won. Why? Because he's consistent. He's constantly going to the body, and he's constantly following through with his punches, even if you do hit him. So Paulie's going to hit him. You know what I'm saying? This is boxing. He's more likely going to hit him. But if he hits him, is he going to stop him in his tracks? No. Lucas Matisse hit Danny in the mouth. He didn't stop Danny Garcia. Zab Judah, he was foolish enough to sit there and mind his work. He got counterpunched. Amir Khan, he got happy. He got excited. Decided to throw a two-hand combination without protecting himself. You throw a jab. You keep your right hand up, or vice versa. Every time you throw a punch, you're supposed to have your guards up. He didn't have his guard up. He left his chin out. And he got counter punch with a hook. A hook Danny Garcia was consistently throwing all the time. So even if Paulie wants to hook up with Memo, I don't know what he's doing with them. I don't know if he's giving protein shakes or he's juicing them or shooting stuff in his rear end or I don't know. He's got the soy protein, steroid tablets. It doesn't matter what, blood doping. It doesn't matter what he's gonna do. To me, he's gonna get stopped. If he's gonna get knocked out, I think he's gonna get embarrassed by Danny Garcia. Like I said, even against Herrera, Mauricio Herrera, Danny Garcia. Look, Danny Garcia. Look, I know a lot of people want to say that he lost that fight, but just look at that fight again, and you'll see that every time it was time for Mauricio Herrera to take over the fight, Danny Garcia wouldn't let him. Danny wouldn't let him, man. Go back and look at that fight. When it came to exchanges and stuff like that, who won those exchanges? Who sat there in a pocket and won those exchanges? It wasn't Herrera. Every time Danny hit him to the body, he stopped. He stopped literally in his tracks. He stopped moving and everything. He stopped punching. Every time Danny hit him to the body, he's like, bam. I saw it. I know the judges had to see because every time he touched him to the body, that hook went to the body. Every time Danny went to exchange with Lucas Matisse, who won? Yeah, you can't stand in Danny's wheelhouse. So here you have it, a 34-year-old man who hasn't fought in over 15 months, over a year and a half. He was supposed to fight. He was supposed to fight some guy named O'Connor or something like that a few months back. But I don't think he knew who O'Connor was. I saw O'Connor fight, and I think it's Connor or O'Connor. I hope I'm getting this guy's name right. But anyway, that guy had fresh legs. He was a counter puncher. The dude can box. I'm thinking to myself, man, Paulie probably would have had a tough time with this guy because the guy mirrored Paulie Malignaggi. He mirrored him. And so a lot of people think Danny's okay, Danny's flat-footed. So Adrian Broner, he's flat-footed too, right? Who won that fight? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, no, Paulie won it. No, Paulie didn't win. Adrian Broner won it. Don't let your eyes fool you, with that pity pat stuff. A lot of people got on Joe Kazagi about that pity pat stuff. And, Kazagi, Joe Kazagi, he got away with it. He's the fan favorite. And not only that, he was way more active than Paulie. And then Adrian Broner was landing clean flush punches. And from my recollection, he busted up Paulie Malignaggi. So he ain't winning that fight. So then, like I'm saying, man, a lot of people think he's gonna, Paulie's gonna dance and he's gonna show, Danny, that, he can box and all that stuff. That's not gonna happen, man. Danny Garcia is gonna blow this man up. As soon as he decides to rest, Danny's gonna blow him up. Trust me. Because see, and that's what I'm saying. Even in the Peterson fight, Lamont Peterson versus Danny Garcia, right? Peterson lost that fight because he wasn't active enough. But like I was saying, Danny was considered. That was a catchweight fight. So we can make an argument for Danny that he's been fighting at a lower weight class, a weight class he probably should have moved up from maybe 2 years ago. He was fighting at 140. He was killing himself to get 140. I'm not sure if it was on the Boxing Voice or what it was. I think it was on the Boxing Voice. I think Nexter Gibbs, he said that while interviewing Danny Garcia said when he had to make 140, like the last 4 or 3 days, he didn't even know what food was. And then he had trouble rehydrating. So we can say that we're going to see a new Danny Garcia, a fresher, stronger Danny Garcia. They say he's hitting the mitts harder. Even though you might not think that matters for nothing, it don't mean nothing. But um, to me it does. I'm just basing it on my experience as far as sparring or whatnot. I've been told I had a good right hand, and I busted people's eye, and even in training and dudes seen in the action, it was like, man, you got a strong right hand. I me myself, I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, But other people have said many times over, it's like, man, you got a good right. You know what I'm saying? You got a good right. And a lot of that started when I was, hitting the mitts, because guys feel that power. And you don't even have to put all your power in it, but you throw it right, and dude's like, damn, that feels like a good right hand. And then you lay it out on somebody, and somebody's like, you got their eye busted. Then somebody witnessed you knocking somebody down with that same right hand. They're like, oh, okay, maybe you got a good right. So Danny's what 50% knockout ratio? At a weight class he was considered drained because he has studying power. I'm thinking his power is going to increase. So, man, don't believe the hype, man. Don't believe the magic. It's a Hollywood production, man. It's all smoke and mirrors and after effects, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't believe what people are telling you about Paulie. He's gonna do this. He's gonna show Danny. Nah, ain't one boxer yet done it. The only boxer I know that can do it and has enough power, enough patience enough to do it, enough movement to do it right now in his weight class or his former weight class would be Terrence Crawford. Then in his current weight class would be Mayweather. Hey, maybe a few other guys. But other than that, ain't nobody boxing. Hell, who else? Who else we got at 147? Cause this what it is, man. It's a debut. It's a debut. Oh yeah, if you recognize there's a pattern with Paulie, as far as introducing 140 fighters to 147, there's a pattern, right? Adrian Broner, one former 140, 135 guy, right? Smaller guy. Not necessarily Sean Porter, but Danny Garcia. So there you go. You know what I'm saying? He's just doing it for a paycheck, man. Paulie's trying to get a paycheck, He's just talking himself into a fight. And then he had the nerve to say this. If I beat Danny Garcia, I deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Come on, man. Come on. He's just hyping up the fight, man. I don't even see him beating the top 5 dudes. We got Mayweather, Pacquiao, Kell Brook, Keith Thurman. Hell, Amir Khan, couldn't beat him. Then Sean Porter, Tim, Paulie ain't beat none of these dudes, man. Paulie's washed up, man. Paulie's washed up. All right, let me know what y'all think. All right, bye.